D20s.
What color are they?
There's multiple D20s.
It's gonna be our opener for sure.
Yeah. Shut up.
Done.
Where the fuck are they? Like, for real. Like, how the fuck you lose like 20 D20s?
Bad rolls.
Yeah. Throw them in the trash.
They were inside the thing. And inside the dice pouch.
Oh my god, you're such a shithead. Where are your fucking glasses so maybe you can see something?
Effect. Today's episode of JARdon the Mess is brought to us by Dynamic Fitness Supply, your one-stop shop for fitness needs. You can find us in Santa Rosa on 4th Street, 1414 4th Street, Suite 102. Santa Rosa, California. We got treadmills, we got dumbbells, we got cardio, we got other things. Come down and
tell me more about other things.
The other things are, you have to call us to find out. 707-536-9077.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
What is the maximum amount of miles you will drive to deliver?
Depends on how much you're fucking paying. But the furthest I would say I have driven Modesto.
Modesto? Damn.
It's so when I was going to Modesto, and hopefully we can still continue business if we got the product. We haven't been hit up in a good hot minute. But yeah, I'd have to leave at like 8 a.m. and I try to be back by 1:30. Because it's a 5-hour ordeal, regardless.
It takes forever.
Like, it takes forever. And it's literally just driving. Like this.
Yeah.
The actual, when I'm there, you maybe like 40 minutes. And then 20 of that could be me
pretty much
talking.
Pretty much have to cut through East Bay.
Yeah,
there's
a lot
of traffic.
I dislike. This is where I dislike Google Maps, because Google Maps, like the first time I went, it took me the scenic route and then it brought me home the scenic route, which I'm like, cool. Kind of like, the traffic was flowing and whatever, great. And then so the next couple times I go, it might be scenic route there. And then fucking highway back, which is fine. I might shave like 10 minutes, 20, 15 minutes, but it's just like, there's something about having to be more aware driving the scenic route, because, there's more turns and everything. I'm just more engaged, I guess. Whereas driving on the freeway or driving down 101 or 80 fucking just for an hour like straight, it's just mind-numbing sometimes. You're just like, God, this is like, I'm just watching my life deteriorate. Yeah, but Modesto is the furthest.
Long is draining.
Yeah. Or I would say the furthest that was a paid delivery, because we didn't charge for those shipments because they were just buying so much, or we kind of just meshed in like $100. Bodega. No, not Bodega. I'm sorry. Not Bodega. Mendocino, Fort Bragg.
Sure. Yeah.
That was it's not necessarily like a long one, but you're limited on the speed you can go because there's so much windy turns. Like if I had my sports car, it's different. But you drive a truck with like 2,000 pounds in the back, you're like, all right, well. Yeah. Well, that was a long day.
Do you bake that into the cost then when you deliver? Is it like by mileage?
So that's a great question. There's factors that I look at, but factors I don't really care too much, depending on what it is. So I factor the distance, then you factor what we're doing. All right, am I dropping it off in a garage? Am I dropping it off in the front? Do I have to bring it inside somewhere? Do I have to go upstairs? For the most part, all of the stuff that we've done has just kind of been very easy. So what we do, and this is one thing that I will 100% do, because we don't have car payments on a fucking box trucks that cost like $30,000 or something like that. We're not paying insurance to whatever. So those are a lot of factors that go into like the delivery or the shipping, which regular consumers just don't understand. They just can't fathom why I have to pay this price. They don't understand. I'm like,
well, I'm already buying it. Shouldn't you be giving it to
if you're sending two guys, like, think of this. If you're sending two guys to go on a job, and let's say that job is an hour away. So now we got let's say it costs $15 to drive. Let's just say $15. $20 in gas. Let's say that. $20 in gas, hour away, times two guys, let's say minimum $20. That's $60 already. That's just $60 for just the guys to get there.
Just to move it to you. Yeah.
Just to move it to you. And we're not including insurance and then wear and tear. So $100 delivery fee, great.
Yep.
That's a deal. When it starts getting into the hundreds, that's when people kind of start to question things. But for the most part, we deliver for free in Sonoma County anyway. Like, if I because it's nothing to me. It's Or if I can at least get $50 out of you, that's fine. But delivery it's nothing to me. So that's one thing that I always say. Like, I undercut and offer free delivery on a lot of shit if you spend over a certain amount because the other person's going to charge you $100, $150 or more to deliver something. So, but no, I don't factor in a lot of the stuff. The idea's there, and if we shortchange
it sounds
ourselves,
like if I can go out on an assessment, it sounds like you pass on savings to your customers. This is a great deal.
Great deal.
If only, So you hear that? One more time for the plug.
JARdon the mess.
No. Oh, okay. Oh, no, that's not what I thought. Okay, whatever. JARdon the mess.
Show's over.
No, your dynamic fitness.
Yeah, dynamic fitness supply. Oh, I can't. The jingle's over.
It's all right.
Dynamic fitness supply. What do we got?
Website?
Yeah, we got a fucking website.
Dude, I got so much stuff.
Yeah,
but I don't want to just bogart it. So, how are you all doing?
It's been a long couple weeks. Tired.
Yeah.
It's been a work.
I'm tired, dude. I'm exhausted.
I don't want to talk about work at all. Except the store. I mean, I can talk about customers and stuff, but I gotta be careful. Because you never know who's listening.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, watch like this.
Well, then, let's talk. I have a discussion topic then.
Get it.
Let's talk about people. Let me paint a scenario for you. You go to the grocery store. You got your list. You got your things you're picking up. For me, when I go to the grocery store, I just want to grab my stuff and get out. I'm not trying to interact with people. There's a lot of everyone needs groceries, including crazy people. So crazy people go to the grocery store. So I try not to interact with people, and I try not to judge, but I also try not to just actively look at anyone. However, you go to the grocery store. You got your cart full of stuff, and you look over in the produce section. And, they got it's summertime. They got some sweet grapes ready for purchase. And you just see someone just snap off a little piece and just chomp away at the grapes while they're in the store. Or maybe you see someone go to the candy bar section, open up a candy bar and eat it. They're still holding on the wrapper. They're going to buy it presumably when they get to the front. But what goes in your mind when you see this, Randy?
One, I don't understand. I don't understand. I just don't. Because
What don't you understand?
Your ass is so lazy or your ass is so hungry. You couldn't, just wait. It might seem extremely minor. On the face value of it, saying it out loud, it's minor. I was gonna pay for it. Well, I did. So that's my biggest thing is, are you gonna pay for this shit? Because I'm paying for my groceries, and I really hope you fucking pay for it. But also, I just think it's tacky. I think it's fucking tacky.
It's okay. So I went to the store the other day.
Oh, did you?
And yeah, all the time. There's this lady. First of all, she was already extremely loud. Just one of those people where, making a scene, always loud. Oh wait, what'd you say?
Like being loud, eating grapes.
Eating grapes.
Yeah.
That's
So
the name of this episode.
she's
A good one.
she's inside. She's actually in the aisle over, and I can hear her just
God.
being super loud. And then we end up both in the produce section. Well, she's already there, and she's eating grapes, like just standing there. At Safeway, they have like the bag of grapes just sitting on the thing, and she's just eating grapes. And some other chick she knows was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" She's like, "I'm eating grapes." And I just like look at him and I shake my head and I just like, dude, why?
Yeah.
Like, do you think it's cool? Like, you just making a scene? Like, I don't understand people's reasoning or thoughts of why they do the things that
Were
they
they
do.
boomers?
They're hell. I don't know what that is, but they're hell old. They're like in their. I don't know like the categories of.
All right, so were they
They're
over
like
50 years
40s.
old? Were they over 50?
Were
They
your
might have
parents'
been.
age?
I would say between 45 to 55, somewhere around there.
All right, yeah, boomers. I think
They're
that's
older.
Yeah, I don't know where the millennial ends at this point. I think it's like 4 years over me. 6
For me, it's the gross level of like, I don't know about anyone else, but like for me, it was like you go home and you wash your produce before you eat it because you have no clue what happened between it going from where it came from
Prime
to
example.
there. Even in the store, people are weird. People are fucking weird and eating grapes in front, like in the area. So for me, it's just like go home and wash your food. So the fact that somebody's just like, I'm like, that's just gross because like you don't know, this is gross.
Yeah, like
And then it's so entitled.
There's sometimes
Yes.
where like I'm super thirsty and I need something to drink. I'll grab a bottle of water, Gatorade, whatever I'm getting, and I'll drink it while I'm shopping and stuff. Obviously, I pay for it. But to open up like you said, a chocolate bar, I'd never done that.
I guess
I'm never
there's
like hungry to the point where I have to eat.
I guess there's levels of it. I've never opened a drink still and just drank it in a store. I guess there's like
I don't do it often,
I guess let me
but-
say this. So when I'm at work, whichever work I am, when I'm at work and I'm like just dying of thirst, like I don't want to have to like leave where I'm at, walk all the way over there, punch in a code, walk into a room, grab a fucking water, and do whatever. I'm not gonna lie. So there's a lot of times I'll just grab a water off like an end stand and just start chugging it, like while I'm working.
Right.
No, like yeah, I know, like, but then I will go take said bottle, empty bottle or whatever I have. I'm like, all right, scan it, go pay for it, like at the end of my shift, or sometimes I pay for like a day later because I just forget. But I do get the thirst part. Like,
Yeah.
I get that.
And don't get me wrong. I'm not like going to the store every time and be like, I'm gonna open this.
Yeah, but I guess for me, it's just like whenever that happens, and let's say I'm still shopping, I'll just go buy the water first. Like I'll just buy it. I won't wait till the end. That's the part that there's like a vending machine everywhere. So like I'll just go to that, grab a water, and
But
at that
then
point it's
to me, it's more difficult. Like I feel more weird and awkward if I do that, and then I go back to shopping around, and I have this open bottle, and then they're like looking at me like, "Did you open that here?
receipt.
Are
That's
you
the
gonna-"
beauty of it, right? That's why I go. At least not if I go to a vending machine. If I'm like going up and I scan it, that's because that's my concern. At any point, someone's like, "Well, you stole that. Well, I'm going to pay for it." Yeah, but you haven't yet, so you've stolen that, right? It's
And
weird.
Then I'll just argue, okay, I'll go pay for it.
Yeah.
But I also go to, like, if I go to Target, I go to Target enough to where I see all the security guards all the time. I'm sure people recognize me. But yeah, I'm not going openly eating grapes out of just the bag of grapes and then walking away.
Not to mention your grocery shopping. Your hands are gross.
You're touching a cart.
Like,
like, oh god,
I'm
everything
so
about it makes me
conscious.
so.
Like, it's like when I come home. Like a lot of times, first thing I do is after I come home, I'll just wash my hands.
Yeah, first
Like
thing I
it's
do.
like I'm in my house, whatever. I know the
100%.
cleanliness of my house, whatever. I don't care. But generally, you just wash your hands. It's like this my hands just feel a lot better. Like,
Yeah.
and then I'll go touch everything in my house and not wash my hands ever again. It doesn't really care.
Exactly.
But just when you're out and about and like, you just got to be conscious, and then you just got to be conscious.
Just don't be gross. Just don't be gross.
Don't be gross.
What else you got?
I had so many things, but I just did one, so
Nice.
I throw it over to y'all.
No, but all mine
Come
you
back
probably
to
wrote
me.
down anyway.
I did write down.
Yeah, so you're good, bro.
All right, let me talk about. Let's switch because this one's kind of close. So, I have a mini, not a rant, but a mini story. So everyone knows here on the show that we talk about food a lot. We also talk about coffee a lot, and I definitely would consider myself a not like a coffee snob, but like somebody who enjoys coffee. Like I can't start my day unless I have my coffee, right? And the most horrendous thing happened, which was my coffee maker broke. So I literally get everything ready to like go get, the coffee grounds are in there. I filled it full of water. I'm ready to go. Flip the button and then I go take Ninja for a walk because that's the thing is all. Then by the time I come back, the coffee's made. Come back, nothing. I was like, you got to be kidding me. It's like, did I not turn this thing on? Nope, button is there. So I was like, fudge. This thing finally like kicked the bucket, and I was like, that's okay because I'm a coffee. Again, not snob, but like coffee enthusiast.
Connoisseur.
Yeah, connoisseur. Thank you, Dalton. I'm a coffee connoisseur. I love the alliteration. I have redundancy. I have things in my house that if the electronic coffee maker breaks, I have a hand press. So that worst case scenario, I can like press my coffee until I can get a new maker. And I'm like, I saved this thing. I'm glad I have it. Like, pull it out. And like somehow in the move, the vital piece that I had for it is not there. So literally I'm like, oh crap, I literally can't make coffee.
The filter.
So then yeah. No, it's like you press it, but it needs, anyways, I don't need to go into it. So then I'm like freaking out. And I'm like, oh god damn, dude, I need to like make tea or something. And I like go to look for like, because sometimes you can do like a really heavy like, breakfast tea and there's enough caffeine in there to at least get you going until you can get to your coffee. And I'm like looking around, I'm all out of that. I'm like, dude, I am just like boned. So like I'm sitting here and I'm like going through the morning and I am just like slugged. And I'm like, dude, I can't like think. This is terrible. Like I get that this is like caffeine addiction 101, but like fuck that. I just need coffee. And I'm like, hold on. There's got to be a way to do this without a coffee maker because as you were saying, Randy, I think, how did people do this before coffee makers, right?
Yeah.
And
how do cowboys make coffees? Because they were just
how do cowboys make coffee
over a fire? Yeah.
That's exactly what I did. So I literally just I got a pan, like a pan. I put water in the pan, and I put the coffee grounds directly in the pan, and I heated it up because that's all it is, just bean water, right? Bean juice. So it literally, I can see it on the stove going like turning into coffee. But then the key is, right, you have to you can't just dump that in your cup because you're going to have all these coffee grinds. So you just have to have a filter. So you can sit there and like spoon it out. Or if you have like an actual filter, you can just pour it. And then the filter will collect all the grinds. You throw that away and you got yourself a cup of coffee. So I did that and it was amazing, mainly because I needed it. I needed my fix. But when in doubt, heat some water up, excuse me, on the stove with the beans in it. And you just filter it out, and there you go.
Coffee. There you go. Fucking coffee.
Oh, well, MacGyver over here.
How did the coffee taste in comparison to the other coffee?
Dude, so good.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It's like there was no filter.
There's no filter.
There is no filtration process. It's just like you just used a strainer. You strained it. Yeah.
I strained it. Yeah, just to get rid of the bean debris.
Are you gonna start making coffee like that now?
Dude, I mean, I bought a new maker, and then I'm like, well, I don't know. This might be how I do this.
They probably have like makers that let you do that.
Yeah.
Just less
like
ivory.
Yeah, dude, so good. Coffee, man, I love it.
No, coffee is amazing.
I am not caught up on. I haven't watched The Last Mandalorian.
Shock. Gasp.
But I've watched the first 4.
Okay. We can talk about the first 4.
Damn, I kind of just want to talk about the last one.
I know.
I was gonna try to watch it before we recorded today, but that didn't work out.
Here's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rainey. What are your
No,
thoughts?
go ahead.
No. I just told a coffee story.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
I find it weird that they're like pushing the whole Grogu Mandalorian weird thing. Like, it's adorable that they're making this like little armor and stuff, but he's like, you gotta learn our ways, and I don't know.
Well, I mean, he's a foundling. Like, he's all right. I'm like as strong and as illiterate and smart as Grogu is. Like that, he can't survive on his own for like 5 minutes. It seems like. Well, I mean, technically he can, but like
he wants to eat everything.
He's just not cultured. He's been bouncing around in places and living in a pod for like 40 years, or for at least 20 years. He was living in a pod. So
it was good.
No, wait, 40 years actually, right? It would, because he had to. He did the whole entire thing through this. Yeah.
Well,
So,
if
it was 20
if
years
they left
after
the
the
temple,
Sith, or like let's
Yeah.
presume it's like 25
yeah,
years,
and then the new,
and then the
25 years,
this fucking like longer than 25, because then however long from the New Hope to Return of the Jedi, because that's when fucking it starts. So let's just say he's been living in a pod for 30 years. Or
yeah, dude, the kid, yeah.
maybe he's just stupid because he's been in a pod for so long. But the show's got a different feel. The show
It has a different feel, yeah.
show's
Is it just
completely
me, or
different
does
feel.
all the random Mandalorian armor people just remind you of like a Call of Duty lobby
Yes.
with everybody their different skins, or like Halo?
Ew,
Yes.
gross.
Yes.
I like Halo.
Yeah. He said Call of Duty, so he was like,
But anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to.
no. Yeah.
I think Mandalorians look way cooler without the cape, though. I'll tell you that.
Without
Is
the
what?
what?
Like, without, like... So, Mando has, like, a long cloak, cape, whatever. I actually like the short ones off to the side and just with their jetpacks. I mean, they're, like... I think it was in Season 1, but I thought the Mandalorians looked way cooler when they rescued Din Djarin in the beginning versus the new ones. Maybe it's because they're more uniform, but I just like the one guy looked so cool with it. I was like, damn, I don't need a cape. But also, you got a jetpack; you can just fly.
Yeah. That was the one. Oh, I can't talk about the new episode.
You could talk about it. It's fine.
There's one part. I won't go into detail, but there's one part. I was vibing on it. It was okay. And then there's this one part in particular where I found myself not yelling at the TV, but like talking to the TV. Of just being like, something happens. I don't want to ruin it. Something happens, and there's like a squad of Mandalorians, and I'm just like, yeah, just use your fucking jetpacks. And then like the scene keeps going, and there's like this threat that's happening. It's just like, yeah, but just use your fucking jetpacks. And then like stuff starts happening, and I'm just like, I like paused the show, and I was just like, use your fucking jetpacks, get the fuck out of here. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's all to build up something else that someone comes in, kind of thing. And I'm like, yeah, but like that was dumb. Like that's the whole beauty of like the fact that like you could get into like a combat situation and like oh, we're pinned down. No, we're not. Oh, cool. Oh, there's these dudes here, and they've got a barricade. Fuck you guys. And like, but it's just because there's like some parts that happened that felt really tactical and cool. Again, I don't want to spoil it, but like they deploy from the air and they're doing all this stuff. Where I was like, all right, I'm vibing this. I'm feeling this. It's cool to see like not just one gunslinger, Mando like Din moving around, but like here's like a squad. And I'm like, all right. But then there's just so many times I was like, don't fucking do that. What are you doing? So it was weird. It was like a mixed feeling for me but overall the entire season has just felt, it has a different vibe.
I don't even know where the fuck they're going with it. Like, I have no idea. The fact that they're pushing Bo-Katan really hard, it's like, okay, we get it. You wanted her to have her own fucking spin-off show. Fuck. Like,
I thought she was like
but-
super depressed and stuff. Not like the first episode, then all of that just like went out the window. Now all of a sudden she's like, cool, yada yada yada.
Yeah, but that's how everything, this entire season has felt like they set up a problem and they go, okay, and then they start moving towards it, and then it's like instantly the next episode, almost as if didn't like the whole thing of like I need to go repair IG-11 because I need a droid I can trust. I was like, okay, they're gonna bring IG-11 back. This will be interesting.
What happened with that?
Well, I mean, literally, episode 2. It was just like, oh no, I can't. But here's this other robot. Okay,
Might add, he might have been
what the
able
fuck?
to fit in the N1 anyway.
Yeah. And well, unless they like put his, his processing unit in. I thought they were gonna put his processing unit in a different droid. So
they totally overlooked the fact, like, the end of episode 4. It was real. I saw it. To be like, you saw it. Like, wait, what? I thought that, like, what?
Yeah.
And then she walks both ways. I was like, that scene at the end, I just had to think about it. How many times did they retake that scene? Because it was probably the most ridiculous, stupidest scene I've seen in a long time. Her just standing on, like, the ledge and just looking off into somewhere with the wind coming. Like, I don't... It was so cheesy to me, like, but I couldn't eat that cheese. Like, it was just... It was so not good. Like, it was just like... I just like, what are you, fucking Superman right now? Like,
Was it a slice of Kraft cheese in the fridge that you just pulled out and ate it just by itself?
no, it was a slice of spoiled pepper jack that I thought was going to be good. And then when I actually got to it, I'm like, oh, it's not pepper jack. That's actually just mold.
Can we talk about, I know this is super old news, but Boba Fett?
Sure.
the book of
Sure.
Yeah, the book of Boba Fett.
I'll it depends. No, if you liked it, let's see. What do you
I-
want to talk about the book of Boba Fett?
5 and 6 were good.
Mhm.
Ironically, it wasn't about Boba Fett.
Still the old Mandalorian, so it was good.
Yep.
I mean, the first ones were, I don't know, it was weird. Like, I feel like at one point they were mimicking Mortal Kombat because they had, like, these ninja-looking dudes, and then
I forgot about those.
they had that, like, one monster in the desert, and he had, like, the 4 arms, and he looked like, what's
It's
his
kind of
name?
funny your take on it. Yeah, Mortal Kombat.
he reminded me of him.
Goro.
Yeah.
Goro.
But I don't know, 5 and 6 were good. And then this might be like unpopular opinion, or it might sound prude, but I feel like 7. I feel like everyone's trying just to make like all of these fighting action shows, and it's just all about blowing up and shooting, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, but like it was refreshing to watch Andor because they didn't have a lot of fighting. It was just character building, story stuff,
Politics.
and I think 5 and
when it did happen, I actually felt like I was like invested because I was like, oh crap.
yeah, you're like, all right, cool. I'm not taking this for advantage.
Well, that's like the episode 6. Was episode 6 or 7? Like I think I think it was episode 6 where they did the heist.
No,
I think that's only.
oh,
4.
you're talking about Andor.
Yeah.
Episode 4, they do the heist, or whichever episode they did the heist on. You're like, damn, dude. When they're finally doing it, it was very well made.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very well made.
But I don't know. Like episode 7 of the Book of Boba Fett was predominantly all fighting, and I was just kind of bored of it at the end.
Well, it was lame fighting.
It was lame fighting. It was like really lame. It was like really. I was like, is this supposed to be exciting? And like the two characters that I seemingly cared about by the end the most are the 2 Gamorrean guard dudes that they just push off a cliff. And I'm like, oh, you're gonna do those guys dirty, and then like these like moped, colorful motherfuckers are still rolling around. Yeah, it was bizarre.
God, like, all right, I've watched the
bizarre.
Book of Boba Fett, or have had it on background.
I know you, which is so weird.
It's background noise for like a while, like a couple months ago. And what just gets me every fucking time is the stupid mod gang.
Yeah.
How one, like in the season finale, they're clearly on the fucking roof. Mm-hmm. Like we're talking like we're down, like you guys are just down there near my carport, and you're basically just looking at me in the second story window. So you got the guy with a modded eye, like, ding, ding. They're in position. I'm like, bro, like, dude, they're like 10 feet away from
there.
you.
Yeah.
Like, you needed to mod your fucking eye to see that shit. Not let alone you can't turn over at night. Like, you fucked yourself. Like, and then whatever before that, He's all trying to be hard, and she's went and it's like, where are we gonna go? Boba Fett being a bitch. Oh, we'll go back to the palace. Like, I would go back to the palace. We're staying. The people need us. They need our protection. I'm like, bro, there's 3 of you. You're fucking stupid as hell. You got lit up by, like, you couldn't even handle the water farmer, and you're supposed to be a fucking gang. Like,
Yeah, and it's like,
and her gun is like that big, like that big. Like,
and doesn't it make more sense if the what is it, the Pike Syndicate's coming for you, to then just hold up defensively in your fucking castle? And
draw them away from the city.
Draw them away from the city. Exactly. Yeah.
That was
you don't have to
cool.
airdrop a fucking Rancor in.
Seeing Bane or whatever his name is.
I like Cad Bane's character. That guy looked like Ed Helms. I mean, not Ed Helms.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I think his name starts with an Ed. But he was. Fuck, I'm totally butchering this guy. Anyway, he looks like a certain actor that I like, but I did like how Cad Bane was. He was like some ferocity that the show needed, and then of course he dies by fucking. Because
They had blinking lights on his chest, so if he comes back, it's because whatever those blinking lights.
well, because I mean, obviously Boba doesn't know how to kill a guy with a fucking javelin standing over him. But I mean, look, I like what Boba Fett wants to do, and in reality, I feel like I would want to rule the same way like that, with respect, not fear. But you gotta. I'm gonna say the cliche thing. You gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet. And you got to break someone's neck a couple times to get the point across. And maybe look, Fennec has the stones in the show. She was like, "You want me to kill him? No, but I can kill him. No, I got shots on him. No." We're like, dude, Fennec will literally fuck. And then Fennec, obviously, like, it's kind of lame that they took her character probably out halfway in the season finale, where she just goes murks like 5 dudes really quick. Like, that's her character. That's what she's designed to do. And she literally hangs a guy right there. And it's like, how many people did Boba actually kill besides the fucking speed bike gang? Other than that, he didn't kill much.
Yeah, I guess I know I said this before, but now hopefully make more sense, Dalton. Now that I think you've watched it. The thing that bothers me the most about it is there's this whole narrative that Boba Fett spins in the beginning where he's just like, yeah, I'm tired of doing dirty work for other people. Like, they make stupid decisions and we fight and we get killed. We're done with this, right? Then proceeds to just make a bunch of dumb decisions that gets people killed. Like, maybe that is the messaging. Maybe that is the message they want to. Like, hey, whatever. But, like, the way that it was presented, I was like, okay, cool. Like, Randy, I agree with you. Like, okay, we're going to create a thing. It's more about, like, family as opposed to, like, Jabba the Hutt. It always felt like very, very much, I'm paying you. Here's your thing. Great. Cool. Business. It felt like a business, right? Yeah. So I get that. It's like, cool, I can get these shifts too. But it was like all done in this really weird way where, like, I don't know. I know this is just harping on it and people will think that we're overanalyzing it. But like the mod gang, I feel like if you had like swapped that out with like, I don't know, like maybe this is too fan servicey, you tell me. But it's like Boba Fett instead of like doing that, right? But like Boba Fett like going kind of on like a like, hey everyone, hey fellow bounty hunters, are you tired like of fucking the old ways? Cool, here's the new ways. And it was just like him collecting mercenaries and bounty hunters and doing all this stuff, like people like being the Boba Fett, and they're just like coming in and like, all right, this is how it is. It's gonna be, we're gonna do things right, but people step out of line, and like, I don't know, you could have built it up a little bit better to like have me like, I don't know, care about it, and then at that point you can have, because there's this whole storyline. There's this whole storyline in the old Star Wars, I guess that's considered Legends, where it's like the bounty hunter wars, and there's like the bounty hunter guild, and like, hey, look, you have to be a part of the guild to be a bounty hunter, and there's like this whole thing. Boba Fett's not in it, and they're like, you can't keep acting outside the rules of the guild. He's like, I don't belong to you. Fuck you. Go pound sand. And so like, like there's and then there's turns into like the civil war within the bounty hunter guild, and it's super cool, super great stuff that they could have done all these things with, like the idea of, hey, we're creating something new. And like you see this a little bit in now Mandalorian, where they're talking about how like the New Republic is kind of fucking stupid and they can't get their shit together and they kind of suck.
That was like, very
And then it's like, okay, cool. Well, like this makes sense why like the First Order was able to like get around, because everyone's just kind of stupid and like blah blah blah. But then they talk about how there's like a whole swath of the galaxy that's just run by pirates now. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like we could have shown some like this crime. Like we could have shown like the elements of like the galaxy kind of going into like disarray. And Boba Fett's like, look, here's the thing. We're gonna protect this because this is our turf now, and like we're laying claim, but we're gonna not be just fucking dicks about it. We're actually gonna protect these people, but to protect them, we gotta be, fucking stone cold. Could have gotten really into that, and there could have been this whole like, new Boba Fett fucking, whatever they called the like, previous. Sorry, this is my Star Wars rant. You guys got me all jacked up. Previously, it was the Hutt cartel, right? And the Hutts control a huge thing of space. That you always see in Clone Wars, like, oh, that's Hutt space. Even the Old Republic was like, the Hutts control that. We gotta kind of ignore it. Blah blah blah. Like, there's slavery. Like, they still have slavery, and Anakin was a slave because the Hutts owned it. And they're like, we don't care. And the Old Republic, or the Old Republic was like, whatever, we can't do anything about it. The Jedi should have gone in there and been like, fuck, this is terrible. But they're like, whatever.
Oh, your stupid celibate morals.
Yeah, exactly. So all this to say, there could have been something really cool that came out of this, and I could have really like seen this thing, but I feel like they couldn't do that because all of the stuff that I'm talking about is the stuff that I think they're trying to put now into season 3 of Mandalorian, with like the Mandalorians coming back, right? Like, again, in Legends, Boba Fett like rallies all like the Mandalorian tribes, I think, and the clans, and he's kind of the Bo-Katan element, uniting everybody. And so I think they just were like, no, we can't do that because we're doing that for this thing. And so like, what do we have him do? And he's just sitting there, just fucking dick in his hand the whole fucking show. Yeah. That's my rant.
Yeah, it's a good one. So overall, Book of Boba Fett, Dalton.
Episode 5 and 6, good. The rest,
But now does the beginning of Mandalorian make 100%. Sense?
Yes, everything ties together.
And
so
and this like the very, very lame way they brought Grogu back to Mando. What? Whoa. He was under a blanket.
You're not supposed to be here.
Crazy.
What are you doing?
You can either have the lightsaber or the nitro.
I did like how he reached for the lightsaber. But it was a dinky one. I was like,
I love that it's like, Jedi aren't supposed to have attachments. I've kept this lightsaber from my, like, it's like,
I think
it used to belong to my old master. That seems sentimental, Luke.
Well, see, it was, alright, so, we're just talking about Star Wars. When Obi-Wan was talking to Luke on Dagobah, and he said, like, oh, I learned from Yoda, my old master. Well, I thought that was fucking Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
There's got to be stuff on that. So, who's his master? Qui-Gon or is it Obi-Wan?
I think it's...
is it Qui-Gon or Yoda?
It's Qui-Gon, but also proxy Yoda, right? Because Yoda was teaching him,
to talk to
you can always learn. But then it's like Qui-Gon gets killed, and I think, I don't know. But then it's weird because then Qui-Gon's master was Count Dooku, and Count Dooku's master was Yoda. It's weird.
That was one thing I did like about Visions, even though Visions doesn't really have a direction. Seeing the whole Dooku training Qui-Gon, a young Qui-Gon, and young Qui-Gon kind of questioning things. But it was like, I did like Visions was pretty good, but just didn't have the actual direction on where the fuck it's going.
It was a pretty good little short.
Man, I'll tell you, that last episode was fucking badass. Like one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Like, and a Dave Filoni guy killed it. But it was
They're not long.
They're not long, but it was just so cool. Like the whole entire world's on fire because that stupid kid, and then the fucking Sith. That scene was just cool. Like it was just so badass. It's like. It's how a hero should overcome like the bad guy, and how the bad guy just shows that he's a fucking bad guy. It was very black and white, but amazing. All in 22 minutes.
That's good.
Yeah, watch
Bert,
it.
do Tusken Raiders have faces?
Yeah.
Like, why do they wear the mask? Do they?
Why do they wear the mask?
Like, how do they copulate?
Because
like,
I think. Oh,
I think
mean,
they need
got
their own series.
the kids. We've seen those kids.
What?
You know what I'm saying? So there's got to do something. Something involved.
They're Jawas. Man, I'm telling you,
Just
some of the
two Jawas on top
pageantry,
of
some of the
each
pageantry or some of the costumes in the first 2 episodes of Mando season 3, God, you could tell they're just wearing like a black sheet.
Dude, some of them look. Yeah.
It was just bad. And then when they're the latest episode, Bert, you know how C-3PO always has like the wires showing whatever, but it looks good in the movies.
Yeah, because it's actually wires and stuff.
Like you totally see the C3 unit just walking with like a black shirt and just 2 wires sticking out. I'm like, this is so cheap. Like, I know you guys have the budget, and this is the best that you could come up with. Like,
how hard could it be though? Like, just get a bunch of scrapped wires and
you would think
DIY some shit.
It was probably cheaper to go with the shirt and 2 wires than actually find scrap wires.
Hire some cosplay people who will go all out.
No, but
pay them with just
everything.
the thought of being on Mandalorian.
Yeah,
that's what they did for season 1.
Yeah,
they got a bunch of people who had stormtrooper armor, and that's like all those people at the end. It's like fans.
That's cool. That's pretty cool. I would love that. I mean, I'll pull that Daniel Craig. If I never get to be in Star Wars, I'll just cameo and just figure out it's me later.
Yeah,
that would be cool. Yeah.
That and Tom Hardy.
Oh, who was Tom Hardy?
He's a stormtrooper, but it's in a deleted scene.
Damn it! That's lame. It was in Force Awakens.
It was in The Last Jedi.
I'll never see that. I'll never.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
where the fuck
it's
do you
interesting
even go
to me.
to see deleted scenes nowadays? Would you actually buy the DVD?
YouTube,
Reddit.
Look at the deleted scenes.
That's the interesting thing to me is like, I'm watching the Star Wars shows, and I was thinking about this because I know, Dalton, you're going through your chronological watch through, and I was like, I might start that. That'd be interesting. But then I just thought about like getting to the sequel movies, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just content never watching those again. Just like never.
Yo, what'd you think?
That's a bizarre thing to say.
And nervous.
Well, what'd you think of the Coruscant episode and the doctor and the lady, the girl? But I have no idea what the fuck's going on with that girl. But I will say this, 100%. If they were gonna make, let's say the novel or the fantasy book that I keep thinking about, but never keep writing. But I started. Hey, it's always a work in progress, right?
Yep.
If they were to take me, like, say 10 years from, like, 30, 80 years from now, I'm dead. Somebody finds this on the ground. Like, oh my god, this is amazing. We're going to put it into a book. And it'll be like Lord of the Rings, except not Lord of the Rings, and I realize it. I can see that girl that's playing Coruscant. She could be me as a female character. Just because, like, she looks extremely similar, and I looked at her, like, her hair. I'm like, there's something about her fucking hair that is blowing me away right now. And how she combed her, how they did her hair in that, I'm like, oh my god, that's what my hair would look like if it was done good. Jesus. Yeah. And I was like, but then her character's so, like, she's got to be working for the Moff. Here's my theory. Before, not even, like, there's no relevance to episode 5, Dalton, or whatever latest episode, the one I'm talking about, of course.
You're fine.
There has to be, they must have gotten, like, I gotta say, like, metal implants in their head or something for them to negate mind flares. There has to be. There's, like, no way that the Empire, if any one of their people were caught, they're just gonna mind flare them. Yeah. They're done. They're rehabilitated.
Yeah.
Because like, I just can't see it. I just can't. And besides, man, they're really pinpointing how stupid the New Republic is. Like even maybe episode 3 or 4 that was. They're really making it seem how dumb they are.
Yeah. I don't mind that. I kind of appreciate that.
It just sucks to see someone so dumb in this power position. Like that's what bothers me. Like the fucking the bald guy from the season 1, season 2, and now season 3. The
pilot.
The pilot. He's the only one that seems to give two shits about fuck. Like, I do like his character. I'm like, man, is this gonna be a whole thing about him? I'll watch it. But I just don't like the vibe of season 3 is so different that I know like it's not like it's 50% Mandalorian, 50% or 25% Bo-Katan, 25% Coruscant at this point. Like,
I thought for sure it was gonna be like the entire most of the season was gonna be about Mandalore, Den trying to get his like redemption back.
Yeah, and it's like done in one episode.
Done.
That's what I'm saying. Everything they keep setting up, it's just like, okay, well, this is where this is going, and then it's just like not a thing anymore. I'm like, all right, like Bo-Katan, I'm not gonna help you. Like whatever, she's just like depressed in her house, and then I'm like, okay, well, this will be interesting. It'll be like trying to convince her, and then like she's convinced. Oh, okay.
Well, baby Grogu did just show up by himself unannounced.
Yeah.
I did like how he. I mean, when your back's against the wall, like you're gonna find a way, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't muster up the courage. He didn't fuck up that acolyte. Like I was like, okay, cool. I mean, granted, all within that time frame of things happening. Like he was. You know, what'd you think about the oh my god, like the General Grievous type robot?
Oh yeah, that was cool.
That was an interesting one. I was like, this is a different feel, and it was like something I didn't know how to like feel about some of these episodes, but I'm like,
yeah,
it was different, wasn't terrible. Everything happened very quickly.
Yeah, there's like interesting stuff that happens in them, but then like by the end of the episode, like there's like the episode where they go rescue the kid from like the
I like that. I like that very much. I did like that episode.
There's like moments where I'm like, oh okay, but I get to the end of the episode, I go, okay, but like what just happened? Like what was the point of all this?
But like why?
This is weird. There's always a weird feeling with it.
It's fetch quests that really don't make sense.
But
kind of.
If I was swallowed by a fucking dinosaur and spit back up and lived to tell about it, I'd be high-fiving everybody when I came back. Like, yo, bro.
Yeah.
Mando armor. What's up? I did like in the latest episode that it just proves that Beskar is like the best things in sliced bread because let me find cover real quick.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, I mean, they're like, you got to get them with certain body shots to get them. But then that guy came out with like some railgun and started fucking everybody up. Like I guess there's certain things that can penetrate Beskar, and I guess it's just not a basic blaster.
Yeah.
It's alright. The Ahsoka series will be really good.
I have different feelings on Ahsoka, so it better be fucking good, and it better be different. Like, what I feel like is like they start these series with different directors, and once Ahsoka gets momentum, we're going to swap you out with these younger directors that don't know jack shit about fuck, and we're just going to hope for the best. Why? Because we need a younger audience to be engaged. That's why we have the mod gang.
Nope.
All right, discussion topic.
Or
just one quick one.
Okay, one quick one. Okay.
All right. Just because it's so fresh in my mind. A time where you have seen a friend, a family member, a coworker eat shit, run into something, and you couldn't help but just laugh, even though you're like, "Are you okay?" I'll just open them up. Like a long time ago, I was a teenager. Joe Powell and I were riding our bikes just right over here. I don't know where we were going. Maybe back to Joe's house because we're going that direction. But we were riding, and I remember it was like somebody was driving by. It was like either some girls flashed us, some people yelled at us, whatever. It was like whatever it was. But we were kind of riding, and we're looking over to the side while riding straight, and then just like clockwork, or just like I look over my left, and then Joe crashes into a fucking a bus stop, a bus stop bench. Just completely crashes into it, flies over the handles, lands on the ground.
Oh my God.
And I just couldn't help but just die. Like, are you okay? Oh, yeah. But, like, that was the only time. Like, I mean, obviously I've seen others, but I've never like just blatantly just laughed at somebody and for their pain and misery. But yeah, that's what I got. That's all that story.
I can't really think of anything. I know there has been instances, I'm sure, but it's all funny when someone falls.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a friend or coworker or family, but I remember everyone has like, I don't know why, because it's messed up, but watching like little kids fall down is just fucking hilarious to me. I just remember there's this kid in like one of those like ski jackets with like the hood and stuff, and like kind of like a Christmas Story where their arms were like kind of out and like, just, like kind of waddling down the street, and I just see them just go ugh, and just like straight land, and his face, he just eats shit. This is his little body, and I don't know why, but every time I think about it, I just giggle because there's something about a small little child falling down.
A lot of times when I see somebody trip or walk over or do something embarrassing, I turn around to make it and kind of like laugh or look, so they didn't, to make it seem like I didn't see it. And then maybe I'll turn around back around. Are you okay? What happened?
Oh. Is it because you don't want to help them?
No, I want to help them. I just don't want them to see me go like.
You wanna.
And then they got a twisted ankle, you know. You're like, oh my God. But if we're gonna dive into it, let me go grab my little notebook.
Yeah. So excited.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, good. It's gonna be fine.
I'm trying to remember which one was the one with the like enemies or whatever, the stuff.
Yeah. Which book?
Yeah.
If you go, so there's all the different. Did I put all the location books on there?
I think so. I agree.
I'll put more. I'll put more on there after. But if you go to the Lore Master's Guide, and then there should be a table of contents. You'll see where it'll be. Adversaries and battle. So you go to like page 88 on there.
Oh, okay, cool.
They'll have like the stats for a bunch of different creatures.
Sweet.
So like there'll be like different areas.
Like I'm probably not gonna do anything at first.
Yeah,
I just want to get the feel of everything else down.
Yeah, but you'll have like great work. And then from there, his armor class is what we need to try to do to hit him. And his health points, or his hit points are like his health. And you'll like look down, you can see, God, dude, these guys, we're so weak. I made the mistake of throwing too big of things at you and killing you. Sorry, Dalton.
That's
but
fine.
you can do the same to me.
We made some dumb decisions.
I mean, yes. Some smart ones.
Hey, when you guys use Discord, is it on your cell phones or you have like the app on your desktop?
Both.
I have it on my desktop.
I mentioned Discord because people keep trying to hack my Discord from over the for whatever reason, like the emails. Yeah, it's like verify this login from Texas, New York, Victoria, Texas, from Florida. I'm like, all right, well, there's nothing in there. I'm just gonna not do it.
It's random.
And then I mentioned it to my coworker, and he was like, "Oh, I only use Discord like every day on the desktop." He was like, "It's better, so do everything." I'm like,
yeah,
no, like, I can't do that like that. Or at least I'm not there.
Yeah, I am in a ton of Discords.
I mean,
if I'm on
the
computer,
only
yeah.
reason I have Discord is because of the clan I'm in for Clash Royale. Only reason.
You still play?
Oh yeah. I was watching some tournament play today, just because it was live, and I donate $5 to the channel. Get my super chat. Ooh, Goblin Quest.
All right.
What? All right, Dalton, that's on you. I'm excited.
So we opened up in where were we last? The end, right?
Yeah.
Can you send me the map of Bree
Yes.
real quick? I didn't see it.
Does your straw have is that an extension of your straw?
So it's a metal straw, and then it's just like a little silicone thing that goes over the middle, so it doesn't taste metally.
Gotcha. I have not used a metal straw yet.
Goes with my Beetlejuice cup.
Well, I didn't realize these cups are expensive, but they're totally good.
Everything's expensive.
Yeah, I know.
Can't buy anything cheap anymore. Dollar Tree isn't Dollar Tree anymore. It's like $1.99 tree.
The $1.25 tree. I mean, if you're,
What?
it's like people are sweating over that extra 25 cents, man. I get some people are always pinching pennies, but also if
It's
your
like-
ambition and your work.
It's like
mindset,
spending
it's fucking
$500 on eBay and then saying no because it's $10 shopping. Or it's $10 shipping.
Yeah. Okay.
That's too
Go to
expensive.
the RPG resource backup folder.
I should actually go to the thing. Media file. Login. JARdon the mess, everybody.
JARdon, the freaking mess. But I'm so excited for this, so it's worth it.
Okay. Which one?
You need to go down to where it says Bree Land Region Guide. End papers is the map of the area around Bree. And then if you click on Bree Land Region Guide, that's like a whole book on just the city. And if you go into page... Aha! Oh no, I just had it. The prancing pony.
Oh, just in there. Okay. I'll see it now.
Page 32, I think. You'll see the actual inn, which is kind of cool.
Sweet. Oh, nice.
Damn, I even had fucking quotes written down that I never got to use for the zombie one.
It's amazing. I forgot. Okay. Yeah, I gotta be a player, so I gotta think of cool one-liners and shit.
I'll say, pop quiz, asshole. You have a hair trigger pointed at your head. What do you do? You guys know where that's from?
That's so stupid.
It's fucking Speed, bro. Right
Oh,
at the
yeah.
end when he's got the guy.
I didn't watch that one.
You've never seen Speed?
With Keanu.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves. That's right. Sorry.
I was kidding
Yeah.
because you guys
Not
got
Speed. Not Speed 2.
Okay, so we're in the end. I don't remember if Radol already walked in or not. But let's just say no.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
So, Radol, you're walking up to the inn. What do you do?
Now that I've located the end, I got lost the first time.
Fast forward.
It's true. It is true.
I'm gonna just look around, take a peek, or just take it all in, and I'm gonna look at a scrap of cloth that was Engelbert's, and just throw it over my shoulder and walk in. Just walk inside the inn.
Nothing out of the ordinary going on. You just walk in, you see everybody having fun, doing their drinks. You do notice, though, on the bar that there is a somewhat short, kind of plump, almost wood elf looking character And when you walk in, you see him. He looks at you and then quickly looks away and looks at his cups and starts to drink.
I noticed this.
Yes.
Right? Okay. I noticed it, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look behind me really quick, like it's just kind of like then I'm just gonna make my way, kind of just. Are there any open seats next to this individual?
Yeah, I'll say there's one on the right of him.
So what I'm gonna do, if there's a seat on the right of him, what I'm gonna do is go sit at the opposite end of the bar.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go sit at the opposite end of the bar, and then if possible, I want to order some cheese, an ale, and some tomatoes.
I'll allow
piece
it.
of bread. All right, cool.
I would like to say that.
I might choke on it.
We got to Bert.
Okay.
Bert, you were doing your walk-in thingy you said last time.
Yeah, I see the inn. I'm walking. I have like a cloak that like covers most. Like it's like a travel cloak, so its hood is up. Most of it's wrapped around me, but I'm holding a long spear. Kind of using the spear as like a walking stick, but it's also clearly though like a giant spear. I guess I'm gonna go to
I mean, if you want to. You go to Burger King or something.
Yeah, is there a place? I'm gonna look around now. I'm gonna look around the area that I'm in to see what's going on in Bree.
We're gonna say it's sort of in the evening. There's not really much going on. It's pretty mellow.
So most of the commotion's coming from that.
Yeah, everyone did their work for the day. Now they're all in the bar, kind of enjoying some ale.
Above game, is there hard alcohol in medieval times?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so, right? Yeah.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Oh, you mean like
whiskey?
Like
whiskey, there's like a whiskey, but there's like...
it has to be like a whiskey or like some really, really strong mead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me look it up.
Scott can't handle his drop.
Is there a difference between ale and mead?
Mead's old. It's banned in a lot of places, I think.
Mead's more like, I think it's the ingredients, right?
I think it's stronger. It's not as refined.
I'm not sure. You know what? That's a great... spirits. Doesn't matter. I'm sorry. I'm getting lost in that. I'm going to look after this. I'm very curious. But I don't know. That's for Dalton to make the call on, because I'm not the GM anymore.
We're going to go yes.
All right.
For shits and giggles. So, Bert, what do you do?
I'm going to cautiously approach the front of the inn. I saw Radol go inside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, let's roll for it. You roll for me?
Oh, yeah, it's the first one. This is amazing.
There you go.
Right,
Maybe
what am
you'll
I
find
rolling?
the handkerchief.
I have no idea. What are you rolling?
Like a perception check?
I should actually pull up the sheets, maybe. What would you usually roll for this?
Yeah, like perception. Like, can I see it?
Okay, let's do it.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe like investigate? I'm not sure. What do you
I would do perception.
Here we go. 16.
So yes, you were already walking towards the end, and then you see this individual who stood out to you. He looked tired, weary, and like he just needed a hard drink. Something harder than bead.
Got it. Okay. Then I'm gonna take my time going to the inn because I don't want to just like run up to this guy as soon as he walks in because he's clearly had looks like a bad day. So if I go into the inn and like the bar area where if I see him, I'm not gonna sit down next to him. I'm gonna sit down like at the opposite end. So I'm actually gonna conveniently sit down probably right next to this other person that you described, Dalton. If there's a spot.
Okay, so yes, you walk in, sit next to the character that was originally staring at Riedel. And do you do anything after you sit down?
I'm gonna nod. I'm not gonna actually do any greeting. I'm just gonna like, if they look over my way, I'm just gonna like nod, and then just sit and wait for a barkeep or something.
So as you sit and you nod, you notice this individual gets a little excited that you sat next to him.
Oh.
But he just keeps drinking his drink, not saying anything. And then the bar person comes over.
The
Bartender. Do you need anything?
Yes. Ale.
We got that. Are you hungry?
No.
One ale it is. And he walks away. Radar, we'll cut to you.
Still waiting for my food, eh? Bartender.
Give me a moment. I'm pouring this ale. He's gonna go.
But
He's gonna give the ale to Bert's character. Don't know the name yet.
You don't. But I can tell it to you.
We'll wait.
Okay.
And then he will walk up to Radar. Sorry about that. What can I get you?
so it's not first come first serve.
What can I get you?
You can give me that guy's ale, because I was here first.
I'm gonna like. Now I'm very invested in this guy. I'm like not even hiding that I'm staring. I'm like straight up staring, and I'm just like look at him dead in the eyes as I just drink from it.
So I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna walk over to the round, plump, wood elf-looking guy. I'm like, hey, partner. Mind if I sit here?
I mean, I was already sitting here.
But I need you to be somewhere else right now, and you have a conversation.
I think I'm gonna sit right here.
I'm assuming I'm bigger than this guy. So I'm gonna grab the stool on the bottom hand. I'm just gonna scooch him out, like, if I can.
Will you roll for me?
All right. What do I roll?
I can definitely picture this in my mind's eye.
This could happen in real life. What are we rolling?
Let me look. Athletics? Fuck it, let's do athletics.
Athletics. Well, it's just strength. Okay. Rolling the d20. I got a 12.
So you... Is there like... Hold on. Above game. Is there like a sheet with like different levels? Or do you just kind of go off of... I don't think
you kind of set the number in your head of what you think it should be. So you can factor in a bunch of different things, you know, whether it's like, oh, well, you know, this person's not really that big, so it should be a little bit lower. Or you're like, no, like the table, like the chairs are really heavy, so like you get to pick, basically you pick the number, and you can just be like, you don't have to tell us, but you can just be like, all right, cool, it either succeeded or failed based off how we rolled compared to that.
Okay. You're at 12. I would say that you move the chair, but this individual still sits in it. He doesn't fall.
Yeah.
He doesn't move.
Yeah,
It just
that was
moves
the
chair.
goal.
Okay.
Okay. So after I've moved him away from his spot of leisure, I was gonna lean up against the bar. I'm gonna look at this gentleman that's supposedly drinking my fucking ale. And say, can I help you, buddy?
I just take like whatever's like in the mug, right? And just like very, very like slowly, obnoxiously just drink the entire thing. And then put it down like the empty glass like on their vessel on the counter. Delicious. I'll have another.
After he says this character chimes in and doesn't like shove Radol, but just kind of, here's my ale. Just drink my ale. I have a proposition for the both of you.
I reach for the one that he hands to Radol.
Will you
I
roll for me?
slap his hand.
Will you roll, Bert?
Let's go in sequence. He's got
This is
priority.
not going where I thought it was gonna go.
I told you. What would you like me to roll?
So you say you're grabbing mine, right?
Yeah, if you're like offering it to Radol, I'm gonna like go to just put my hand out to grab
I'll do intimidation.
it. Ooh, okay. Oh, damn it. Okay. Wow. So a critical fail, so I got a 1.
Oh, damn.
But I actually have a -1 on this, so I have a 0.
You got a 0. Okay. So you gotta reach for it, right?
I'm like going to like like intercept the beer as it's being handed to Radol.
Should I? Okay, I'm gonna ask this. Should I have Randall roll 2 to see if he could grab it?
It depends. You can have us do like if you want to have us like do like challenges against each other. You're like cool. You're rolling this and you're rolling this, and comparatively, whoever rolls higher would succeed. So you can just like challenge tests. Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can just be like, no, you just failed so horribly with that it's automatic, or however you get to decide whatever you want.
Okay, so yeah, we already did. So I'll just say you rolled, and then so you failed, and yeah. So I kind of give it to Radol, and then what do you do, Radol?
At this point, how did he fail?
What?
How did he fail?
Oh, sorry. Okay, so
grabbing the beer?
I'll say my character snatched it away from him.
Okay, there we go. All right. And when I see this, because I immediately put my hand up to slap his hand away, I'm gonna look at this individual. I'm assuming to my right. I'm like, the balls on this guy. I'm gonna just gesture my thumb at him, pointing at nobody. I don't even know who's looking at this point. And I'm gonna I'm like, give me the ale. Just give me the ale from the guy, or the guy who's offering me the ale. So I'm gonna take the ale.
And then, so my character, or their character, my name's Brody. I'm gonna buy both of you another ale. Bartender. Yes.
But I want one more ale than him,
You're both getting 1.
including this ale. I need 3 to his 2 now.
You're both getting 1.
And you said he's like an elf?
He's like a wood elf, kind of, yeah. Bartender, can I get another ale for both of these striking gentlemen? Yes, coming up. While we're waiting for the ale, do you two like adventures?
No, I want to wonder why the fuck this guy got served first before me. He drank my fucking shit. And then I'm just gonna turn over and look at this guy. while sipping this probably half pint. Like,
As you do that, the bartender walks over with both your ales. So anyways, adventures. Do you like adventures?
I want to grab my pint, my ale, and go back to my spot and sit down. You know, I got time for this. I just lost a dear friend that I've only known for 2 weeks. I don't got time for this.
Will you roll for me?
Yes, I will. I was waiting for that.
You're rolling your persuasion.
I got a 15.
Ooh.
My persuasion is charisma. Charisma is 14.
I would say that you say that and you start walking back to your spot, and Brody notices that you are a little upset, more so than just because of the whole you didn't get a drink right away first. So he looks at Bert's character, because I don't know the name yet, and he goes, "Just 1 second, don't leave yet." And he follows Rail and sits next to him, and he asks, "Are you okay?"
I'm gonna I was gonna you picked up on that, did you?
A little bit.
I need you to fuck off. Then take a drink of the ale that he bought me. Or presumably bought me.
I'm gonna pull out like a bag of coins and just kind of put it next to me.
Now you're speaking.
Do you like adventures?
I'm just gonna let's say this is a drink. I'm gonna go like this. Why didn't you open up with that?
I don't know.
Honestly, hey, let's just keep this between us. It's you and I right now. What's your name, dude? Or what's your name, bud?
I mean, I said it over there, but it's Brody.
Oh yeah, that's right, Brody.
Brody Brown.
BB, let's take a walk. Just you and I.
Well, no, we gotta get this gentleman. I need both of you.
Why do you need this asshole who drank my beer or my ale?
I mean, it was technically his ale.
I
If
was
you should
sitting
be
down
mad,
first.
You should be mad at the bartender.
You know, where's the bartender?
He walked away.
Well, I can't be mad at someone that's not in front of me now, can I?
Actually, I'll just say I rolled 13. Bartender overhears it, and he says, he's right there. "I'm here. Do you need anything?"
Can you just give me a couple beers, put on his tab?
Whose tab?
Yeah, that weird gentleman over there that's staring at me, I think.
I've already gotten up and I've moved over to where the fire place is. I'm still looking in their direction, but I'm smoking like a pipe. Just whatever the smoking section is inside. And I'm still just staring at them. But I've moved away from the counter.
The guy smoking the hashish over there? Or the guy smoking the good stuff, the old Toby? Yeah, him.
Bartender says he can't do that. Brody then says, "We need him." And then we're gonna cut to Bert.
Oh! Yeah.
So, Bert, what are you doing again?
I've pulled out this intricate pipe. It is one of my few prized possessions. On it, you can see that it is... If anyone looked at it, they would see that it's not anything... You know, in Lord of the Rings, when everyone has their pipes, they're really... Some that are simple, and some that are intricately carved. This is simple, but the wood is from my homeland. It's not anything that you would see here, in this area of Middle Earth. So it's like a lighter color, more of like a desert-y wood, but the tip, or like the area where like you hold the tobacco, it's like there's like the wood leads to like a bone, and like the bone has like some intricate carvings on it, like an ivory almost.
I think you're just smoking it.
I'm smoking in it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm filled with a sense of longing and regret.
While you're there smoking, you do still watch Radal and Roddy, and we're backtracking.
I've seen the bag of coins come out?
Yeah, so I'm saying we're backtracking just a few moments, and you see him drop the coins down to him. And that's where we'll end today.
One eyebrow is raised.
Okay. And that's where we'll end today.
No! Oh, dude, I was about to punch the bartender in the face. Like,
that did not go in a direction where I thought it would go.
Yeah. Where'd you think it was gonna go? like
Not
how
there.
you wrote it out?
I didn't write anything out.
Good.
I have
How you thought it out?
I have one like end goal that I want you guys to do, and then that's about it.
Cool. I'm already so invested. I'm ready.
I'm already so invested. It's just silly.
I'll definitely have to write up some more stuff to
I
get
love
out
your
of
character
this
trying
predicament.
to be like, fuck, just will you guys? I have money. Stop.
Oh, we don't even know his name
good.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta hold that one secret. Yeah.
I don't know how you do it, Bert.
Mysterious
I
character.
don't know how you do it.
Hmm?
So I don't know how you do it.
I thought you did really well. I thought it was really good. You introduced characters. I was like, okay, cool. You gave them like personalities. I was like, all right. Poor little guys, you know. Oh, I'll just.
It's your first run. It's your first run.
It's good. I liked it. I had a blast. I don't want to stop, but yeah, makes sense.
I-
Other discussion topics that you got written down. So I feel like we only got to like 2.
People who ask your opinion and then argue.
Dude. Yeah, I'll leave that open to you guys. I mean, it's just, yeah. Alright, well, fuck. I'll just, like, the quick one while it popped me.
Sorry.
So, you know those little ring lights you can buy for, like, selfies, videos, and shit?
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, they're all the same. They're 10 or 20 bucks. They're all the same. They all come from China. I've got a non-branded one downstairs I've never even opened, and I know it's exactly like the same as $100. So I see this girl standing wherever, and she's like, "Oh, what are the differences between these ring lights? Or you know this good or not?" I'm like, honestly, like they're pretty much all the same. I mean, they all come from like this one is just in a colorful box, and it's $30. I mean, the one I bought was $10.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all, and it's non-branded. I mean, but I'll tell you right now, there's no difference. There is a difference. They are different. I'm like, I don't know how to say that.
Yeah.
You asked me,
What are these?
like, the little ring lights. Like, yeah.
Like recording and stuff.
It comes with a tripod, you put your phone on it, or it's just a light that just gives you light on your fucking face so you can do videos. But that was just a little one. I'm like, don't ask me what the fuck the difference is, and I'm going to tell you, and then you're immediately going to turn around and say I'm wrong. Like, I don't, like, no, don't know. Because, one, I'm happy you're spending money in my store, and you're spending more money. I was literally giving you a cheaper route to take, and you still opted for the more expensive route. Like, whatever. I guess, yeah. But, yeah, people that just, they ask your opinion, and they immediately disagree with it. Like, why even ask? Like, you just need to validate your bullshit.
Yeah,
pretty much.
No, that's 100%. It's like when it's for me. It's the level of when you hang out with a group of people, like friends, or maybe you go to a party and it's people you kind of know, or maybe you don't, or maybe it's people you don't even know, and like everyone just assumes that everyone kind of thinks it's the same way. And so, like down in LA, it's just like with the group that I'm in, where there's any sort of like contrasting opinion to stuff. It's like a record scratch. They're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I was just like, well, you know. So it's just like weird because I think we all have very similar minds for a lot of things, but the three of us also have different opinions on certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And like all of us are able to be like, tell me more about that, or like, you know, we'll joke and be like, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But like deep down inside, like, doesn't change my opinion about either one of you.
Yeah.
As of yet, right? Nobody has done anything. We're like, I think you should just murder people, and I'm like, well, no, that's wrong, right? So like that's to me when you get to these situations where it's like people that just feel, because there's that safety in everyone kind of agreeing on the same thing, because you feel like there's protection there, like, oh cool, I'm with a community of people that are like, it's safe, I can say this thing, and everyone, yeah. A stupid example would be like, oh, everyone's like, I just fucking love all these new Star Wars movies. I'm like, have you met me? And then like I'll say that, and I'll try now I try to be less aggressive with it. But and so I get it when I was, it was just like, yeah, well, don't, whatever. But it's like, that's not just that, like,
yeah.
When you start adding like politics or like thoughts on religion or things where it's like there's like a contrast to it. I'm always surprised when people go, they don't embrace the differences. They just focus on like, oh, you're the other now, and I'm like, all right, well, whatever. I don't know how to.
Yeah. There's like, how do I even like, I just can't right now.
It's hard to have your own opinion now, in fear of what your friends might think, and it's really annoying. I don't feel like I have to have that with you guys, which is nice, but
yeah.
There's some people
I don't fear about that.
There's some people I definitely like. I will avoid subjects because if I gave my opinion, then it would definitely.
How about this? Yeah, I so I'm on a men's baseball team, a bunch of guys that I don't really know, whatever. Yes, they walk a line that I don't walk, or some of them have their whatever opinions and I don't agree with it, but because of the space that I'm in, regardless of my size, regardless of my attitude towards it, sometimes you just gotta like, it sounds really bad, but yeah, you gotta bite your fucking tongue.
Yeah
And you just gotta know, like, is it worth getting into it because of your personal beliefs? Is it really worth causing this uproar? And who's going to lose at the end of the day? I'm probably going to lose because I'm outnumbered. And then I'm going to be ostracized. They're like, what are we going to do when I show up?
Yeah.
Like, I'm still on the team. Well, you know what? Well, I'll be the guy standing at the end of the bench.
No.
It's like, but it's like that, like what you did say, like, that's actually the only time I actually feel like I have to, I won't say things in retaliation to things being said. Not directly at me, but their opinions on, or their views on things that I disagree with. It's just like, I'm not, hey, look, I'm just here to have camaraderie with the guys. I don't need to talk about the politics of it.
Yeah.
Even though everybody brings politics and everything.
Yeah, 100%.
But I do have to go. I have ribs in the oven. I need to check on.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that sounds so good.
Ribs.
God, that sounds so good.
Dude.
Yeah, ribs do sound good.
A few weeks ago, or about a month or so ago, I tried doing ribs in the crock pot. It turned out really fucking good.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. It's got, like, whenever I made ribs in the crock pot, I just use, like, the basic recipe, or...
I just put...
I mean, at this point in the game, all you just need is, like... You just need to prep it right, and then just let it sit for, like, 6 hours.
Yeah.
7 hours.
So good.
Falls off the bone, just like...
So good.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to go eat. I've been doing on a soup kick. I've been eating a lot of soup.
Yeah, soup's good.
And I did this crab chowder last night, and it was so good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, crab sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been eating like a child lately.
You posted some pictures that I've been like, damn, that looks like the most kid friendly menu. And yet it looks
menu.
Delicious.
But I've been like, well, not this week, but last week or 2 weeks ago, I was just like, you know what? Let me just get some chicken strips and French fries. Like,
chicken strips. I love chicken strips.
It's gonna give me carbs. It's gonna give me a lot of protein. Like, I just don't got the energy right now. And also, I just have this influx of all these sauces from fast food places, so I need to use these with chicken.
Yeah.
I feel like you can get a better taste of the sauce from dipping a piece of chicken in it than you would a French fry.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, all right, good. We're on the same page.
Yeah, because I don't like
All
fries.
right.
And with that, JARdon the mess.
JARdon the mess.
Okay.